And this is PLUGHITZ Live Unboxed. Today we are going to take a look at the Monitor 60 headphones from OneOdio. This company is part of the same family as our friends over at EXA. We got to see most of the products in this family during CES 2025. I have not seen these in action yet, so I'm definitely looking forward to giving them a try. They appear to be full over-the-ear, not on-ear, but over-the-ear studio monitors. And from the photo, they look pretty nice. Let's open up the box and see what comes with it. Remember, always away. Alright, and plastic gone. Next, we'll open the box itself. Slide open here. We are greeted immediately with a very beautiful welcome cover. OneOdio, the power of music. Inside, we have a bag containing the headphones. This is very reminiscent of one of the EXA products that we have at the gaming center. Here we have a book, and here we have some heavy things, which we'll get to in a second. And down here, we have another branded item. So let's put this stuff back in here, close this up, and push it out of our way. All right. We'll start here. We have our warnings and cautions. This is pretty common with Bluetooth devices, all of your important safety information, regulatory information. You know, this product is known to the state of California to whatever, all those normal things are there. Get the knife. Here we have a little sleeve. Inside we have a little book. This is our general information on how the product works. Oh, it's not really a book. It's a pull-out. Okay, so we have specifications, accessories, warranty. On this side, we have information on the share port, which is some feature that we learned about years ago with some of the Monster products that had an input on one side and an output on the other. I've got a set of headphones just off screen that has that, which is pretty cool. Ergonomic design, 1.2 meter cable, audio cable. All right, so basic specs there as well. That's this guy. All right. We have our cables. The first one we'll open up. We will try to open up. Okay. This appears to be a standard 1/8" cable. Test that real quick. We have an 1/8" port right here. Absolutely. And absolutely. This will allow you to connect it to media players. A lot of televisions these days have 1/8" ports on them as well. Your computer, all of those devices will have standard 1/8". This allows you to do that. In this bag, we appear to have a couple more cables. Here we have, oh, okay, so this is a phone cable, a telephone cable, it appears. Yep, with a microphone and controls here. In line on the cable, similar to headphones that we would have seen that would have shipped in and around older iPhones when we had 1/8" jacks on the phones. Here we have our more high-end cable. On one end we have the 1/8", which is what's going to plug into the headphones themselves. On the other end we have a 1/4", which would plug into my mixer over here, or higher end audio systems. We have one just off camera, has a 1/4" on the front, whereas the one that I have in my living room has an 1/8" on the front. So it all depends on the device. This comes with everything to connect it to everything, which is always nice. And also something this company is known for, because the gaming headphones from EXA work the same way. This bag is nice. It feels pleathery, so definitely a vinyl, but that's nice because that means there's protection involved. And here we have our headphones. Now, they fold up nice, which for me is always important with these types of products because that means they travel nice. And I tend to use headphones in this style when traveling, particularly on airplanes. I have my black and silver ones that longtime listeners and viewers are familiar with. These are in that same category. They fold up nice. The ear cups feel very similar to the bag itself, which is a little surprising. They free spin on here in a way that I don't love, but I don't necessarily hate. I do feel like with time that might get screwed up a little bit, but maybe that's with the intention of being able to replace them, which would be nice. I love when you can replace the ear cups because they do eventually get worn out. As you can see, the ear cups themselves swivel pretty intensely. So you could, if you wanted to be one of those people, you could wear them like this and still be able to hear the music. The people around you will probably not like you, but you could do that maybe in a private environment. That would be okay. And then, okay, they fit well. They are very large ear cups. So if you have big ears, good news for you. These will fit very nicely, full over the ear, not on ear, which they don't sit here. I keep doing that. They don't sit here. They go all the way around the ear. So because of that, you have natural sound isolation, right? Because your whole ear is being enclosed, so there is a lot of noise reduction just by putting them on. I'll tell you that the roomscape has changed a lot. It hasn't done what the in-ears that I tested a little while ago did, where I feel like my voice went up like 2 octaves. This just seems to have, I don't hear any of the room tone anymore. I have a computer to my right that you guys can't hear because of the audio system, but I can always hear the fan going. I don't hear that right now at all. So there would be pretty good room isolation or general noise isolation, say if you're using them on an airplane, which is the reason why I like this style for that. The ear cups themselves have a lot of give to them, so they're very comfortable. You can adjust them on their little pivots to what's comfortable for you. They pivot this way and this way, so it's really easy to find a comfortable position. The top bit here is very adjustable. You can see there's a lot of adjustment capability, so from a fairly small head to a very large head, you'd be able to get these on, so maybe you wouldn't have to worry about possibly breaking the headband. The band itself has give to it, which for those who have watched us for a long time, my normal headphones have no give, and one of our producers once broke a pair of them during CES because they didn't have any give. So I really, really like that. The actual manufacturing seems fine. It's got nice finishes on it. It looks nice. I will point out, not knowing a whole lot about this product before getting started, there are no buttons on it, which means that this is a wired headset. This is intended to be wired, from what I can tell. So this has a very focused use case. The fact that it has both 1/8 inch and 1/4 inch and its name is Monitor does suggest that it's intended maybe for people who are spending time in a studio, not on my side of a studio, but maybe on the other side, people in the control room, people who are recording and or producing music. which suggests that when we do our review, what we should hear is perfect sound replication. Because if they're intended to be monitors, which the name would suggest, if they are intended to be monitors, they should have no additional bass, they should have no additional treble, they should reproduce exactly what is recorded. A lot of headphones that we have tried, a lot of headphones that have been on the market, famously the Beats brand made their name by having a high bass replication in the solo line, things like that, but in the studio line having perfect replication. Our friends over at Monster are famous for their pure Monster sound, so same thing is expected here. The sound replication should be exact with no internal equalization. We will find out if that is the case in our product review. Obviously, you watched us open it just now, so we have not tried this in any meaningful way. That will be next. Once the product review is completed, a link for it will be put in the video description below. If you want to see all of our product reviews, you can go to PLUGHITZlive.com/reviews. There you'll see product reviews from audio to lighting and even health products, all in one place. If you want to see other unboxing videos, you can go to unboxed.live, PLUGHITZlive.com/unboxed, or on our YouTube channel at PLUGHITZlive. That same channel is where you can find how-to videos on our more complicated products. You can also go to PLUGHITZlive.com/how-to. And with that, until next time, ciao.